Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we've got a huge question for you. When you're stuck, do you reach out to a person or a program? So today, we're going to connect two really big ideas. On one hand, you've got this timeless human need for support, right? And on the other, the super modern rise of artificial intelligence. We're going to break down what support actually is, see how AI is totally changing the game, and then figure out what it all means for our creativity and our connections with each other. All right, let's get into it. But before we really dive in, I want you to just think about this for a second. Seriously, the last time you felt totally overwhelmed, or you were stuck on a problem, or you just needed a hand, who did you turn to? Was it a friend? Your partner? Maybe you just went straight to Google. Keep that in mind. Well, whatever your answer was, it points to this really core idea from psychology called social support. It's something we all need, for sure, but, what is it really? Well, researchers define it as both the feeling and the actual reality that you're not alone. It's that powerful knowledge that someone's got your back, even if you don't need them right this second. It's like this safety net that's woven from all our connections with other people. But here's the thing, support isn't just some vague, fuzzy feeling. Nope. Psychologists have actually broken it down into four really distinct, very concrete functions. This is how we actually help each other in the real world. So you've got emotional support, that's, the heart-to-heart conversation. Then there's tangible support, literally someone helping you move a couch or spotting you some cash. Informational support, that's your mentor giving you killer career advice. And finally, companionship. That's just the awesome feeling of belonging you get when you're hanging out with your friends. These four things, they pretty much cover every single way we show up for each other. And for, centuries, these four functions have been exclusively human, right? It's come from our families, our friends, our communities. But that is starting to change. And I mean dramatically. Because now there's a totally new source of support emerging. And it's one that lives right inside our computers and our phones. It can draft your emails, it can help you brainstorm, it can even come up with brand new ideas completely out of thin air. And this is where things get really interesting. A recent academic study gives us this really powerful way to think about it. They say we should see AI not as a replacement, but as a co-pilot. I love that. It suggests a partnership, right? The AI isn't taking the wheel, it's just helping us navigate. But that, of course, raises the million-dollar question, especially when it comes to any kind of creative work. Is this new co-pilot here to help us soar to new heights? Or is it really just here to take our jobs in the long run? Okay, so check out this data from that same study, because this is fascinating. The big takeaway? Most people, over 63%, see a collaborative future. They think AI is going to assist us. But, and this is a big but, look at that other number. Nearly a quarter of people are still genuinely worried about being replaced. And that tension right there, that's something we absolutely cannot ignore. And this right here, this explains perfectly why that collaborative view makes so much sense. On the one side, you have humans. We're amazing at the emotional stuff. The empathy, the trust, that sense of belonging, things an AI just can't replicate. Then on the other side, you have AI, and it's an absolute powerhouse for informational and, you could say, tangible support. We're talking insane speed, endless idea generation, and crazy efficiency. They just have totally different strengths. Okay, but that optimism doesn't come without some major warnings. The study also flags some really big concerns, like, are we at risk of becoming way too dependent on these things? Losing that creative muscle memory of starting with a blank page? And what about our own unique voices? Could they just get drowned out in this sea of perfectly optimized but kind of soulless AI-generated content? Look, these aren't just vague fears for the future. These are the real, critical hurdles we have to figure out right now. So when you boil it all down, the real challenge isn't about choosing one over the other. It's not human connection versus AI capability. It's all about finding that perfect balance. It's about figuring out how they can work together. And really, here's the key takeaway for you. The most powerful way to think about this is to see AI as a lever, not a crutch. It's a tool that can amplify our own ingenuity and productivity. It can free us up from all the tedious stuff so we can focus our energy on the big ideas, on the emotional connections, on all the stuff that only we humans can do. And that leaves us with one final, pretty provocative thought to chew on. As these AI co-pilots get more and more woven into our daily lives, our most basic habits for seeking support, they're going to change. So think about it. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when you feel overwhelmed, who or what is going to be your first call?